So this is Euro Pound analysis for Tuesday 17th of October. Now let's just see where prices have gone. We've got the weekly pivot currently at 88.73. That's the weekly pivot for this week. I did mention in yesterday's analysis that I did expect prices to continue the pattern that we've seen. Gap down, fill the gap, and then sell off. We've seen it over here on the when was that, the 8th of the month. Prices gap down, opened up, we had some buy momentum, filled the gap, and we had to sell off. And again this week it was pretty much the same thing. Prices gap down. Let's make sure we'll move that. Prices gap down, fill the gap, and we had a sell off. Now the sell off came all the way down to this higher time frame moving average here, marked out in black, and we did bounce off it. We didn't retrace all the way back down to the 88.51 level, but we did find support at the dynamic moving average. Well, at the dynamic, we found dynamic support at the moving average marked out in black. Now prices have pushed up. It has been it has pushed up strongly, and we have had some deep retracements here, for example, and over here as well. But overall, it does appear that the euro has caught a bit of a bid most recently, despite the fact that we are in slightly bearish territory based on the engulfing candle on the monthly time frame, which I'll look at later. But let's just see where the markets are in relation. Let's just see where the markets are. So we have come up now. Now we appear to be respecting the 50 period moving average marked out here in orange. So if this does play out as a, would you say, a second bull flag? I suppose we could possibly interpret this as being a bull flag here, and I move to the upside. If this does play out as a second bull flag, we would be looking for a test of this 200 period moving average here, all the way up at 89.31. Over which we'll be looking at the head of this weekly pivot from a couple of weeks now at 89.45. If, however, we do get up all the way up to the 200 period or the 89.45, and we do see a reversal sign, we would be targeting the 88.50 below. Obviously, we would still have the 88.73 and the higher time frame moving average here in black to negotiate. We have to successfully negotiate those 2 points before a move down to 88.51. We do still have this this big bearish candle here. This really bearish candle here which opened at 5 p.m. on the 12th, and the height of which is around about 89.91. So in order for the euro to get all the way up there, we would have to see a shift in sentiment in regards to the pound for prices of the euro to get up to 89.91. On a pure technical level, we would be expecting prices to either react to the 200 period moving average or 89.45. If we do just pretty much just carry on straight through, it might be a case of the fundamentals come into play and a move up to eventually 90.24 would be likely, depending on the strength of the fundamental news. If, however, the fundamental news does come out favorably towards the pound, well, we could still potentially see a test of the 200 period moving average or even 89.45 before the news comes out. We'll be looking for prices to retrace even further. So 88.20 would come into focus, and beneath which we've got 87.83 below. So let's just have a look at the higher time frames. So if we have a look at the monthly chart, for example, do you remember correctly, we're still in an uptrend. Yes, we are still in an uptrend, as indicated. We've had a few retracements, but the overall trend is upwards. of concern was the candle for, was it September, was it? I think it was a September candle. Yes, it was. Our September candle closed pretty much similar to an engulfing candle. Closed pretty close to the lows. It's the biggest candle in a 5 candle series, and we've had some selling pressure come in as it's similar to near the 50% mark, 50% retracement mark of the bearish engulfing candle. Now the month of October is we're heading towards a close, just over halfway at the moment, and we are still in bullish territory for the month of October, as long as we do remain above 813. I did mention 88.20 being a level below that we'd be looking at. So if we do sell, if we do have prices go below 88, say 88.14, my overall bias would definitely shift, even on the higher time frames, to possibly looking at short opportunities. And yes, but that should summarize the monthly time frame. So let's just have a look at the weekly time frame. And as you can see on the weekly time frame, we've had a series of higher lows. We've had a bit of consolidation, and most recently we broke above the previous high over here in 2016 October. We did break above it, closed above it, and we've had some selling momentum coming to the market in around the 92.20, is it? Yes, 92.20 region. Now, of the weekly candles, we did have the blow-off candle, which was an exhaustion candle on the week of the 11th of September. We have had some retracement, which has been strong to a sense, but of concern was last week's candle, which did push higher, but subsequently sold back down and closed bearish. Currently this week we have not tested the open of last week. We are still pretty much, yeah, we are still, well, we are trading above this week's pivot, which was at 88.70, it's 88.73. We are still in slightly bearish territory, even though the overall trend does appear to be to the upside. So if I have a look at the daily chart, let's see what we have there. Again, on daily chart, we've pushed all the way up to 92. We've had a bit of a pullback, and this candle here in red on the 12th daily candle, I suppose you could say it's similar to a pin bar. We've pushed up, sellers coming to market and even closed the candle bearish, pretty much closed near its lows. The very next day we've had selling momentum. Now we have found some buying here. Well, we did find some buying on the 16th, as prices have come down to the 20-period moving average and appear to have found some form of support. But what we're likely to see is a rollover, I think, unless we do post a higher low. If we do have, say, 2 or 3 more bullish candles and a close above 89.45, I suppose we could interpret that as being a higher low for a further test of 90.24, 91.42, and 92.02. But if we do instead see some weakness in the candles which form, particularly if we do see a sell-off from 89.45, you definitely see prices go on to retest 87 in around the 87.68 region. So that should sum up Euro Pound analysis. So before I go, LCS, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.